Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome, guys. In this video, I'm going to be showing you that the Salafi Aqeedah has no real objection to the Mujassima, Mushabbiha, the Karamis, or all the list of those guys. And in fact, they are even one of them anyway. If you already know, if you watch my channel enough, you know that even they themselves, given the hadith of Adam, you can charge them with this. And they explicitly affirm it by affirming spatial temporality anyway. We're not going to get into that. In this video, I'm going to show you something very important here. Their definition of tashbih, okay? And how it has nothing against the Karamis or the real Mujassima, the clear-cut Mujassima. You know, Salafis, they are trying to pretend not to be Mujassima or Mushabbiha, but there are some that actually are Mushabbiha, Mujassima, that even the Salafis know. The Salafis even say, these guys are Mujassima, Mushabbiha. Those guys, the Salafis actually have nothing against them. That's what I'm going to prove in this video. Now, I got this quote from the Salafi website where they were talking about tashbih. Okay, so he said this. So I'm going to show you some problems with this definition of tashbih. The great Imam Ishaq ibn Ibrahim al-Ruhawayh died 238 Hijri, said, tashbih, to resemble Allah with the creation, is if it is said, hand like my hand, or similar to my hand. It is said, hearing like my hearing, or similar to my hearing. Then this is tashbih. Okay? But if what is being said is what Allah has said, hand, hearing, seeing, and it is not asked how, nor it is said like my hearing, or similar to my hearing, then it is not tashbih, resemblance. Allah the Most Beloved said, Laysa kamithlihi shay. Okay, anyway, now, the problem I have with this definition is this, okay? It is not just about what we say. It's not just because you said hand like my hand, or you don't say it. That's what will not make it tashbih, okay? But what is in actual reality? Imagine the hand of a man and that of a chimp or dog. Would it be sufficient to deny tashbih between the two by refusing to say the hand of the man is like that of a chimp? Like, imagine you say the hand of a man is not like the hand of a chimp. You don't liken them. Would that mean that they don't resemble each other? Okay. So would that actually change the actual tashbih in reality? Of course not. Now, if you've already read Ibn Taymiyyah, you know that there's no actual tashbih in reality between anything, between any two individual particulars. There's no tashbih between them. Do you understand? Even a man and a man, there's no tashbih between them in extramental reality anyway. But there's still some resemblance in the mind, and I've shown that in another video. But I'm not even going to go into all of that too much. Now, here is something you can challenge the Salafi on. What is their problem with flesh and bones or blood? Okay? If someone was to say that this hand, I think I've seen them deny it in some places where they would actually say, we affirm hand, but not flesh and bone, or something like that. I think I've heard them deny it somewhere. But what is their problem with this? If someone was to say flesh and bones and blood, but not like our flesh and bone and blood, not like that. Okay, what would be the thing that they would say? Would they say this guy is a mushabbiha? No, because according to the criteria, they are not saying flesh and bone like ours. They are saying flesh and bone unlike ours. Like, they are saying it's not like ours, but it's flesh and bone. They are not, therefore, they cannot be mushabbiha. That's my point, actually. I just want to show you that if someone was to say flesh and bone, not like our flesh and bone, or, what's it called? Or he didn't say flesh and bone like my flesh and bone or our flesh and bone, it cannot be charged with tashbih according to these guys. It cannot be charged with tashbih. Okay? Because he's not saying anything. He's not violating anything. The only thing they will say, let me now show you. They will say, the scripture didn't tell us flesh and bone. We have not been told that God has flesh and bone. That means what's it called? Where did you get this from? We are not going to affirm something the Lord didn't mention. Right? That's what they will say. Like agnostic. They will say, we will not affirm it, we will not deny it. Okay? Now, from the hadith of Adam image, God being made in God, Adam being made in God's image, you can get them on this. You can get them to show you them that. See, you cannot escape it. Adam has flesh. Adam's surah, his image has flesh and bone. So why should we deny it? And If you think we don't have any proof for this, that hadith is our proof. A mushabbiha or mujassima can come and say that. You can say that this is the proof. God has already told you that He's made Adam in His image. So if Adam has flesh, God has flesh, unlike Adam's flesh, or bone, unlike Adam's bone. And then you cannot charge him with tashbih. By the way, you cannot, because the moment you charge him with tashbih or tajisim, you become a mushabbiha mujassima yourself. Because when you say hand, you too, you are committing the same problem. And this is why the Ash'aris made a distinction between abstract and concrete attributes. For the abstract attributes, it's okay. You can say hearing not like my hearing. You can say all of that. But with the abstract, with the concrete ones, this is where it becomes problematic. You cannot close the lid on it. The moment you affirm hand, what is your argument against flesh and bone? There is no argument. By the way, I'm not even joking. By the way, so if you ask them, is it bid'ah or tashbih or tajsim? No, it is bid'ah. They will say you calling flesh and bone, you are, what's it called? You are going into the cave. So going into the cave is not tashbih. It's just bid'ah. Do you see the difference between us? Anybody that ascribes flesh and bone to God, we will charge him with tajsim and tashbih. These guys cannot. They cannot charge him with that. Okay? So as long as you say the magic phrase, hand or flesh and bone, not like ours, okay, then you are free. But if you say flesh and bone like ours, then you are a mushabbiha. That's your criteria. Now I'm saying the mujassima mushabbiha never said that, by the way. Remember, do you remember this phrase? Jism lak al ajsam. Jism lak al ajsam. They are not saying like there's a body like our body. They are not saying that. By your own criteria, they are not mushabbiha. They are not doing tashbih or tajsim. They are saying body not like ours. They are saying it. So you cannot charge them with tashbih. You can charge them with bid'ah or whatever it is you want. But the karamis and those mujassima and all those people, they are not mushabbiha according to your criteria. So what would that mean? There's not, as long, I think only someone that is like a mushabbiha that doesn't know how to argue would actually say hand like our hand or body like our body. Just say jism like al-ajsam and you are free from the Salafi critique and they can never critique you. But the moment you affirm a concrete attribute like hand or leg or all those ones, you cannot just say hand not like our hand. You cannot just say that. You have to deny the apparent meaning. You see, you guys, you don't want to deny the apparent meaning. Is there some what is the apparent meaning of flesh and bone that you have problem with? You cannot have problem with it, because how do we know this flesh and bone is like ours unless you are doing tashbih first? You see, the same kind of arguments you use, the Karami and the other Mujassima people, they can take that argument and use it to defend their position. I have a friend. He's always coming to my channel, by the way. This guy, you will know, he's going to watch this video and he will comment. Last week or so, he talked about that any being that is spatial will have to have color. So he said, God has color, but this color is unlike our color. He used the same line of argument, and that is the problem with your your methodology opens that up for people to actually say that all they have to do is just deny nose not like our nose. Ear not like our ear. Mouth not like our mouth. Tongue not like our tongue. Color, anything you want to affirm, you can affirm it by saying not like our, as if it is the saying that stops the tashbih, not the meaning of the thing that you are saying and the reality of things. Do you see? And I already showed you, if you take that hadith, Adam alayhi salam's image hadith literally, you already just a mushabbiha mujassima. There's nothing, you cannot even avoid that. By the way, I've already shown that. But I want to show you that their methodology, it opens the way for the Karamis and the other guys. I want to say jism lak al-ajsam, which is, by the way, was proven to be heretical by many scholars in Islamic history. Okay, many scholars, they say this is, you cannot say this. In fact, some even call it kufr to say jism lak al-ajsam. You see? So anyway, that's all I want to say in this video. I hope you guys benefit. Go into the comment section, challenge your Salafi friend to give an argument against jism lak al-ajsam other than his agnosticism that we have not been told in the scripture. The Adam alayhi salam made in God's image hadith, we have been told. The Mujassima can make a strong case. That's what I'm trying to show you. The Mujassima or the Karamis, they can make a strong case to show that you are the one not being consistent. When you say hand but not flesh and bone or something, or you are saying you are agnostic about the cave, when we've already been told the cave in the Adam alayhi salam surah hadith. We've already been told the cave is Adam. Adam is the what's it called, was made in God's image. So what are you looking for again? Just look at Adam and you will know what you're looking for. And Adam has flesh and bone. So argue against that other than appealing to we've not been told. That's all you can say. You cannot charge him with tajsim or tashbih, which is problematic. You cannot charge anyone with tashbih or tajsim other than the person that, to me, not in a not very smart way, says that hand like my hand. Only those people you can charge with tashbih. That is a very weak definition of tashbih that would just allow anyone to just come and say anything about God. So what do you guys think? See you guys in the next video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.